Hey guys, what is going on? We are in our big rig. Welcome to Alaskan Road Truckers. Thank you to Road Studio and Green Man Gaming Publishing for the game code. So we've been playing this for a bit. Thankfully, my original save that was bugged seems to magically work now. Amazing. I already have like multiple profiles saved, but I've been playing this one for a good bit. I'm maybe close to like 10 hours on this one. Then I got several, like 2 or 3 hours, and the other ones respectively. One of them was bugged out because it got screwy at the HQ, where you go to like upgrade your shop and everything, or you can add like your own body shop or tire shop. The computer was bugged out on me. Every time I'd go to it, it would show like some sort of scenery backdrop. It was really cool, but it would then bug that out and I would have to force close. Thankfully, all that stuff works now. So, and then magically, my original save that I'm playing on now, it's working. So we're, what do we have, like 40,000, I think? 41,000. So we're not super terrible. These are your abilities. You don't necessarily level up like you basically just level up doing things. So, and they're pertaining to your personality, your trucking, your mechanical. So, I mean, the more times like you cut a tree down, that works to your, I think it's your mechanical, or is it could be trucking. Which one? No, maybe it's for your personality, because that's where you would have your hands-on approach. Your mechanical would be like changing our oil, changing your fuses and whatnot. So we'll actually set up a job here, and then I'll show you around the truck. So we still have a license A. Had an option to do license B, but didn't want to do it yet. So we're gonna zoom in here. I'm using a gamepad because my current setup does not work with table. Does not work with my steering wheel. I have like an older like Thrustmaster, not anything super fancy. But I would like to get it working one day. Alas, this table has like too thick of a lip on it. It's like an old Target table that I've had for like ages. It's like a writing desk. Super sturdy thing. This thing is like solid wood. Partially the reason, oh, 25 hours. 17,000, that's really good money though. I think we'll do this one. Alright, so I hit X. I don't think we're far away either. What's this one? Yeah. Alright, good thing we looked at it again. Alright, so hitting down automatically gets out of your vehicle. So here you got your toolbox. I don't know why it says E. I think that might be buggy on this one, I'm not sure. Or it could be something update. You get your default radiator cover and your tire chains for the snow levels. Here is your gas for when you need gas. Here's all your tires. Tires, you could chain them if you needed to. Here is your hood. I'm pressing A. I'm not sure why it says keyboard controls, but A would be your button. Those are your fuses. If you had a fuse, same thing with oil and your coolant. And then your engine too. If you have a toolbox, I think it's up to 3 times you can use it. I'll show you when we get into the cab what it looks like in my inventory. But you have like 3 turns. Here's your headlights if you need to change them. Heating blanket. And then here's your battery. Again, we don't have a battery in our hand. Here's another gas on that side. We could have probably entered that door. Now we're gonna enter the vehicle. What is it? Is it up? No, up is that. Headlights. That's your side mirrors. I think it's click. Yeah, click. Here's all your stuff. Here's all your interactive things. Headlights over there. You got dashboard lights, your windshield wipers, your ignition, your heating. We'll turn on the heating. You can hear it. Like super loud. But it's cool though. differential. Yeah, your radio. I don't want to do it because of it turns on a streaming radio, like I think it's truck stop radio. Handbrake. Use your sun visor, your radio in case you need to call any sort of tow truck. Those are your services. Call services, remove roadblock. That's an ability or perk. And we used to have a logbook here. Not sure what happened. Again, I'm not sure if this save is still bugged. But here's your microwave. Here's your stuff. I already have a bunch of things here. Don't really need it health-wise. We're pretty good. That's your apple in the middle, bottom left, under your mini-map. Trail mix are kind of good to snack on. A little bit of nutrition. What I found probably the best way to get your health up pretty fast, just get a bunch of these uncooked things. They're microwavable. Just get them at the stores, gas stations, whatnot, dollar stores. Load up on them and then put them in the fridge. I think we have we have 6 slots here, and they last for about 13 days ish here. And then if you put them in your inventory, it's a lot less. It goes to 6 days. And then if you cook it, it would show up here if I set it in my inventory. Basically takes like 10 seconds to cook in the microwave. And then I think it has like 12 hours, I want to say. Here's your bed. So if you need to sleep, we just woke up from a nap. Not literally, but in the game. Here's your toolkit, your truck battery, and your fuses. So your toolkit, you have 3 slots open for it. You can use it up to 3 times. Just a little quick engine maintenance. It's not going to fix everything, but it's going to fix the little things. Your chainsaw is good for tree cutting if you have sort of a hazard in the road. It's good. Again, it helps one of them. I don't know if it's a personality trait that you have. It helps boost that up. So you definitely want to use that when you can. I kind of wish I didn't get a camera or flashlight. Maybe they're useful later on. I haven't really found the need to hop out of my car and take photos. And flashlight, I'm in like the summertime. Not sure why. We were like towards the middle of the summer, and I think the updates kind of made it a little screwy to where like we're in the beginning of the spring, or the beginning of summer, or the end of spring. You don't need a flashlight because it's Alaska. Alaska is 24 daylight during like the summer, so it's kind of useless for a long time. So we're gonna crank it up. Oh, we already had the parking brake off. Oh, we had the engine on too, so we must have turned all that on earlier. I like driving in the cab, but then I also like just seeing the sights and sounds around you. And plus the AI acts a little wonky here, so sometimes you kind of want to see third person for clearance. We'll have some of the game audio or the game music play. Where are we at? Are we on the left or right? It's about 19 miles, so that's maybe like 30 seconds, 40 seconds maybe. We'll be there. And here's your out of body experience. Really nice. I feel like sometimes this is actually a better visual because I am playing gamepad and it's very touchy with the steering wheel. So you kind of constantly see the guy's hands like adjusting. I try to move the camera on a certain angle to where it's not super noticeable. And I'm not sure why the lights do this, but you see like they go from red, yellow, green. Unless in Alaska is different. I don't think it's supposed to do that. If you notice, it did the ATS thing where, like, you know, when you would go under overpass and the camera would like zoom in on you. It just kind of did that with the street light, like super zoomed in. Yeah, I've been having a blast with this, and they've been updating the hell out of it. As of this recording, I think it's 5 updates now, and like 5 days has been out. Like they literally have been updating this game every day that it's been out. So kudos to them for a budget price game, and they are working themselves to the bone, and I really wish they weren't, in a sense, because you kind of you need your downtime, you need your recharge. So I'm hoping that they're getting the rest and not stressing out too much about this, because you know what, things will get fixed. It's not that dire of a need. People are going to play regardless, whether how good of a game you have. People are going to find some sort of excuse to judge you. I mean, I'm on YouTube, you get that all the time anyway. With YouTube, like, people, that's what people do. Everybody thinks they're better than the next person, so they want to judge you all the time. So I hope they're not stressed too much about these things. It's just a very enjoyable game. It's been enjoyable the first time. It's just they've been ironing out the little bugs every now and again. Again, the only one that was kind of a pain in the ass was the HQ one, because it basically ruined your save. The saves that had that turns, they were permanently bugged supposedly. So like those are the only ones that really kind of sucked, as you basically had to restart. So in that sense, those were kind of terrible. But outside of that, though, this game has been pretty enjoyable. I've been kind of flip-flopping with having AI on and off, because AI has been kind of wonky at times. I mean, they've since ironed them out, but at times they're like flipping over, rolling over. Like, I never saw them personally roll over, but I've been into like pulling a trailer and I've had the AI just kind of like sideways in the road. But they're kind of do like the Grand Theft Auto thing. Their wheels were like basically spinning. It's quite hilarious. Kind of a pain in the ass too, because you're hoping that you have enough room, because again, you're pulling a freaking trailer. So you're hoping that you are able to actually go. Is there someone there? Where are we going? Let's check over here on the right. Yeah, this game's been a blast. Again, you'll have some like visual pop-in things and weird texture things every now and again, but you know what? It's not that big of a deal. It's a very minor deal for the overall experience of what you're playing. I think probably maybe my main issue, which it'll get fixed in time hopefully, is optimization. I really hope that they eventually fix that, so like this thing doesn't suck up all my VRAM. Alright, we're gonna do this one. Long press A, and it should automatically change it on your minimap. Where's our trailer at? It's gonna be on the other side, it looks like. Let's see if we could go around over here. It looks like it's open. And that's another thing too, this game doesn't, they hopefully will eventually get it to where you can back up your trailers a little easy, because you can't like stick your head out the window like you can ATS. So it's really kind of difficult to see behind you. You literally have to judge by your mirror. If you're lined up, man, you can't even see your trailer. I'm not a truck driver, so it's very difficult for me to get the trailers lined up perfectly. A lot of times, like if I have frustration, just switch to third person. Who cares? The game. Let's see. How bad are we lined up here? Oh yeah, see? We're completely off. Completely off. Alright, that's not super terrible. We actually got it first try. I did one earlier today that was... Man, it was horrible. It was behind a gas station, very narrow, and you had to back in. If anybody who's played this game, they might have already come across that thing. But it was very difficult because the front end, where the back of the trailer was, it had cement barriers. Basically like what you see over there next to the trash can when I'm pointing at there. It had like 3 of those, so I couldn't move those. Here you press A to step down, or E if you're on the keyboard. And here I'm holding right on the left analog stick, and it automatically goes up. As you see, you hold left, it goes down. And you press A to get out and stand up, and we're good. Yeah, so it was just super difficult to do that. Like, I could not, for the life of me. It took me maybe 10 minutes just to try to get the trailer, because it was shoved all the way to the right side of the building. Will probably be easier out this way. And then to get the trailer out, you basically have to make like a hard right behind the convenience store. It was just a massive headache just to take it out of the back of the convenience store. Or it was a gas station, excuse me. Nightmare. That's just to get it moving. Once we got it moving on the road, fine, perfect. We took it to the North Pole, to Santa's toy shop over there. We've been there like many times. I'm hoping maybe we'll get a job here, or like in another recording we'll go there. Really kind of a cool little area. But yeah, that was a nightmare of a situation. Not like this. This is wide open. Like the trailer, you kind of had a little short area to back up on. That's nothing. That's like, I give that like 5 stars. The other thing was like a quarter of 1 star for the difficulty level. It was just massive. So is there another entrance that we should have taken? Because I'm seeing that it's showing the other way. Where are we at? Oh yeah, it looks like we're... Oh no, I think we're fine. We could have probably taken... We'll just have to... Yeah, I don't know if there's an out over there. Let's go here and hang a left. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think we can get out on the other side. There might be an entrance or exit too. I'm not sure. We'll get it here. Yeah, it was a nightmare of a pickup. But once we got the trailer, it wasn't super terrible. And the auto off of the blinker stuff, that's new. And I'm not sure how I feel about it. Like, I'm kind of happy it's there. It's a thing now. But it shuts off really fast. Like, absurdly fast. Way too fast. So like you could hardly use it when you're changing lanes, because it shuts off immediately. Like, we'll do it now. See? Just shuts off immediately. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. Hope we don't hit anything. We're good. Get some outside angles. It's a very pretty game when it wants to be. This really depends on if like the textures aren't twitching. Like right there, the shadows are kind of twitchy. And the time of day, like the fog level is really not the greatest sightlines. It just makes everything all just kind of faded, as fog usually does. The best time is probably the mornings, where you have a clear skies, and certain parts of the map too, where the foliage isn't kind of like a washed out green like it is here, and you have more of like a lush green and trees like right to the side of the road. Super awesome to see all that stuff. And speed limits doesn't seem like that's a thing in this game. It tells you sparingly, but it doesn't seem like you get speeding tickets. Because I've sped by like SUV, like sheriffs, I assume, and nothing. They don't care. They got their lights on by default. I don't think they're enforcing anything. The only thing I've seen that's been enforced are like accidents, which pretty much works just like ATS, where it just goes woo woo, and like the screen flashes red blue, and then you get automatically deducted for your accident. Pretty much it. I do enjoy the AI traffic for as wonky as they've been, speed wise. Super not as aggressive as like Truck Driver or American Truck Simulator. They drive a lot slower, not as aggressive. I mean, Grand Theft Auto is almost kind of the same deal. They're hyper aggressive on how they drive. This game's laid back than the other ones. Sometimes they get in your way because they drive so slow. So right now we are playing on low AI, just because they've been a little buggy with like the car flipping and stuff, which supposedly has been fixed in one of the more recent patches. Oh, the guy in front of me seems like he's slowing down. I see taillights. Oh, good. He has to go behind me. And we are actually going really generous for speed right now. YZC, and I don't understand these speed limits where it's like 25 and then it's 55. And I think the light turned red as soon as we went under it. That's the one downside, is this first truck is like very slow changing gears. And any sort of like, oh god, did you see that? That is why I lowered the AI to low. While they drive slow, they do things like that. Or ATS, every time you get on the interstate, oh my god, it's very harrowing because they drive so fast, so you're not sure if they're gonna let you in or not. This game, they drive slow, but then they also do movements like what that guy just did now. They like dash in front of you. So you're not fully sure. I think all games kind of have the weird bugginess to the AI. Which, I mean, I guess you could say with real life we have like road rage incidences and all these hair-triggered people. So, I mean, I guess in that sense, maybe it's realistic. I don't know. But I haven't come across anybody speeding in this game. Everyone seems to be, I don't know if you saw it back there, but looks like there was a tree in the road. I haven't seen anybody speed. That seems to be kind of a thing. I guess all the AI is just kind of very neutral with how they drive, and they do stop for you, which is nice. Like if you're actually at an intersection and maybe you are creeping out or it thinks you're going to, it will stop. It won't do that weird ATS thing or Truck Driver. Well, they'll like butt their nose right at the edge of the line. They almost kind of screw you on a turn. You get more times than not substantial turning radius for these trucks, which I do appreciate. I mean, you're driving a freaking semi. It's very selfish for them to not give you enough room. And the engines sound really good in this game too. I used to work for a warehouse back in the day, so we'd have to offload a bunch of trucks, merchandise, and you hear nothing but trucks like constantly throughout the night. Been in the back of many trucks. Never driven one though. I don't think I have the nerves to drive them. I've seen how people drive. See how people drive in the video game versions of these games. It's just got to be really nerve-wracking. The engines just sound really great in this game. Super relaxing, and I almost kind of enjoy having very minimal AI because they're not in your way. They're not blocking you, impeding the road. Like I was saying before, when they were having the turning issues, where I guess they're turning too sharply and they flip over before you even get in that area, they basically blocked the road. I had one incident when I was leaving, I think Valdez. Three of the other sides of the intersection were blocked off because one guy tipped over going one way and the other two cross streets were basically just sitting there. Like the AI didn't know how to compute what to do, which sucks because it's not an event in the game, so you can't do anything. You can't call a tow truck to pick them up. You just have to hope that you could move around them, because if you can't get around them, then you have to find another way. You're gonna have to figure out how to get around them some way or another, because you can't do anything. And I'm not even sure if reloading the game will fix it. The game seems to be pretty decent at plopping you in the same exact spot the last time it saved. So unless it saved right before you got to the intersection, maybe they won't load back in. I don't know. I haven't tried that. I've been able to thankfully get around AI traffic. I think I've rubbed up against a couple early on when I was getting kind of used to the controls. But for the most part, you can kind of maneuver around them. It just is very, very difficult when things that aren't supposed to happen, unfortunately. So it just makes it a little harder. And games like this, like if I wasn't recording, I'd probably be smashing right now. Just flooring it, hopping around, hardly in the lanes, because you're just kind of grinding to get to the fall. But you also kind of want to get a lot of money so you can kind of upgrade your headquarters and get another truck and all these other things to kind of RPG the game a little more. But here, I mean, simulation, so might as well try to drive like I'm simulating it for the most part, minus the steering wheel. They're really cool sightlines. Again, this game can be beautiful when it wants to be, but when you kind of have like this hazy, foggy day like what we've been playing on, kind of makes it a little washed out. Takes a lot of what the beauty is there. Oh, it's traffic in front of us. We might have to maneuver around these people when we get opportunities. I always seem to have bad luck when I do that. I always have to have like, every time I approach them, it's always like two cars by each other. So like it's very difficult, and you kind of have to gun it to take them both, to lap them both. Because you're not, like the two cars in front of me now, I'm probably gonna have to do that. I don't think there's enough room to squeeze in between, so you kind of cross your fingers and hope that there's not going to be opposite lane traffic at the same time. Oh, guys, don't be slamming your brakes for no reason. There's no traffic. It says 55. It says 55. We should have probably gone in there. We are going to go in there. We need to get gas. Might as well take advantage of the slow traffic being in front of us. We can't get around them. We'll show you how the gas is done. And I think you have to put a parking. I think the thing is the parking brake that you have to put on for this to work. Otherwise, you won't be able to add fuel. I like putting about 300. I think it's 600 might be the limit for a full tank. I like putting about 300. This gets me close to about half. And you do hear the fuel. And very short too. For simulation, this goes by really fast. It's like the microwave, which I guess we'll do now too as well. So 72, almost 78 gallons. Sweet. Thank you. We'll get in this side. We'll slide over. And then before we leave, we'll actually do microwave. We'll show you how that works. What time is it? 10:29. So we'll do breakfast. We'll RP breakfast. Right now, we took it out. It was like, what, 13 days? Now it's 6 days. Uncooked. Now we put in the microwave. I think it changes to 12 hours. Is what I've been seeing normally lately, so we'll see what this is. Yeah, 12 hours. And you long press and nom nom nom. Jump in our seat. Good to go. Gets us about a little more than half, maybe about half. Take our parking brake off. Start the engine. Get away from the gas pumps. I noticed that we kind of parked in an angle. So this turn's gonna suck balls. It's not gonna be a fun turn here. Just like GTA, you kind of have to have your head on a swivel because there's AI always spawns nearby. See, it's nice, but you know what? I would much rather you leave. I can't make this turn without you, bud. Maybe if I get out of the way, he'll go. Yeah, there we go. That works. Now let's hope nobody else shows up. And there is, of course, there's gonna be somebody there. Why not, right? Whoa, give me like some room there, bud. I got a truck. You have a little like Geo. You ain't gonna survive that. I will crush you. So that's actually kind of a good thing. Traffic was a little busy. Wasn't really too super keen on jumping, leapfrogging about 3 cars in a single bound. We're not Superman. So you kind of saw how gas pumping was. Whoa. You saw how jumpy the car is right now, the truck is. You saw how you microwave food. And I guess once we're done with this, we'll go maybe to a shop and show you how you become a consumer. Because we'll probably need to consume things. Yeah, it's been fun. I mean, I kind of wish it was a clearer day. Wish it wasn't dry. I mean, the wet days are nice. Very good looking. And the clear days are really nice. But these foggy, hazy days really kind of wash things out. But I mean, it is what it is. I don't think we can control the weather in the game yet. So it would be nice if you had some sort of accessibility modes later on, like turn on and off some of the survival elements, like you can in American Truck Simulator. Because I think one thing that has become really big nuisance is these are a lot of weird windy turns here. Is your fatigue. I was doing maybe about 2 hauls earlier today, and I think my dude got fatigued after he started yawning after like 10 hours. I was like, what the hell, dude? You slept literally 8 hours. You slept better than I do in real life. All right. You slept 8 hours. You woke up around 4 o'clock in game, and like by noon, you were already yawning, and it's very annoying. It does that same yawn like truck driver and like ATS does, where like the guy's like blinking. Very annoying. So there are certain things that you can buy at the shop. So it's very nice that you see a small studio like they have, and they're willing to put in the time to fix the game and make it right. So I can't be super critical. It's not like they dropped it and then abandoned the game. They're busting their arse over it. I might have to lower the third party, or not third party, but the third person cam and editing. I don't know how it comes across for you guys. I guess we'll see in editing. But to me, it's like super loud on the outside. I mean, I guess like as it should be, because you're outside the truck technically. And this starter truck, we're dealing with the starter truck that you get, and it doesn't do very well on inclines. So it's probably not a truck that you would want during the Alaskan winter, because I have a feeling like it's gonna have difficulty on any sort of incline in worse weather than we have right now. Like if you like slow your speed below 15, it like struggles to change gears. I feel like we're back to bus simulator on those tight turns. I can't wait to jump back into the game. Been getting a bunch of games lately, so I'm trying to like push those things out so I could jump back into the games that like I really enjoyed and play more. And bus simulator was definitely one of those, doing the school bus routes. Definitely fun. And it looks like Alaskan Road Trucker will be another game like that too, because game is already fun to begin with. Whoa, sharp turn. I should probably do third person on those turns. So we got about 388 left. So time wise, we're cutting pretty close. We are taking our time. We've been dealing with traffic a lot, so maybe we'll be a little more generous on... I'll see there now, the blinking. Now we're dealing with the yawning. Might have to grind it out a little bit because we're not sure if he's gonna... Sleepy dwarf is gonna stay awake for the end of this ride. I feel like he's got like 10 hours in him and then he's like wants to take a nap for 8 hours. Yeah, it's a super chill game. Like, just looking at the sceneries, and this is the area that I was talking about earlier where everything is just so rich, colorful, and it looks like the fog isn't as bad in this area, and the colors aren't as muted in the foliage. It just looks it fills up a lot better. Sightlines are a lot more attractive here. Oh, Mary Poppins. Happy that stone. The only thing you really have to worry about with Poppin is hazards in the road. These things, I feel like they carry a lot of weight, realistic weight on them. So it's very difficult. They don't stop on a dime. So it's very difficult to get your truck to slow down. You kind of have to snake your way. Hope that you don't hit anything. So I don't think anybody's gotten far enough yet that I've seen. Oh, we're like really booking it right now. I mean, we're not going super fast, but it feels like we're going fast. And now it's really foggy. I don't think anybody has gotten to a point where they've reached to winter or fall or winter yet. So I'm not sure how that's gonna play out. So we're hanging right here. We don't need to fuel up a truck. We do need to pay attention to our fatigue though. Oh, my luck. My luck. Buying the cement truck, great. Cement or cement? You can pick your poison on that. Tomato. We'll try to do our fancy maneuvering around this dude. These like dirt roads feel like the textures haven't loaded in, but that's how they are. Once we switch back to steering wheel, oh dude, let's not do that now. We always seem to have that luck of like we're in the middle of a turn is when he yawns. All right, let's be dangerous here. Looks like the road is clear ahead of us. Our like famous last words. Alright, let's go with the wheel angle here. So the road is pretty good textured. Just play like that for the rest of the game. It's pretty good textured. I really wish I didn't have that camera angle because it's not one I set. Just there. Always have to remember that I have to like double tap the cycle just to get back to driver's side. But yeah, I am enjoying this. This is very different. It's not so much city living like, or city driving. ATS does a really good job of having all the different states changing your perspective and roadways and whatnot. So like you're driving through the country one second, then you're driving through the city the next. So that does have flexibility of having hopefully all 50 states eventually, if that's their main goal. This just has Alaska, so I'm not really sure how much they can evolve this. But it is pretty big for what the map is. And I mean, the game is only getting better. It's only getting better. They're listening 100% to their people, which is nice. Nice that developers are opening their ears and not just fixing bugs and quirky little issues, but improving the game. Like the blinkers, the turn signals, or as ATS would call it, turn indicators. Not shutting off initially, not necessarily a bug. It's just kind of like not what most people would deem as realistic. Just like your fatigue level. But like they added an auto shut off option, so like you don't have to have it on. You can disable and just do like what you're doing before. That guy driving off the road? He's driving off the road. He looked like he was like on the side. Slow down here. So far we're doing pretty decent and not damaging our load. Okay, so something in front of us. Where is it at? Maybe we passed it. So maybe it was one of those like on the side of the road deal. You don't always get hazards in the middle of the road. You'll get them on like on the side. See like those logs on the right? Sometimes you'll get them like that. Where you'll still get the hazard warning, but you're not necessarily gonna see like those. Those probably aren't as close. Where they deem so much a hazard. You get the idea. And see, this area is very beautiful too, with all the different types of colors, the grass and trees. Really nice. We are running close on time though. I might have to book it because I don't want to take a penalty for getting there late. Man, there's worse penalties like damage to the trailer or vehicle damage. So I mean, if we are late but we're careful and we maintain that 100%, it's not the worst thing. And you also want to drop the load off even if you do go overtime, because you will get a penalty that way if you abandon a load. And I'm sure it probably screws you with your reputation. Alright, so we got a left turn coming up. Are we here? No, we're not. We're close though. So it's the road behind this area. This looks like a feed store. Looks like a feed store. Very interesting game. I like it. But all the weird little quirky things, the textures and Mary Poppins. The little bugs here and there. It's a fun game. I mean, what, 8-10 years American Truck Simulator's been out. It still does quirky things every now and again. That, unfortunately, just like every other game, not immune to them. I do appreciate that these guys are putting in the effort. I think putting too much effort. Setting the bar way too high for ironing bugs out. It's almost going to be weird when you go a day that they're not putting a patch out. I'll punch it here a little bit. That's another little bug you see in the bottom where you get near a fallen tree and it's not blocking the road, so you technically don't have to remove it. That little pop-in, or the pop-in, that pop-up will stay. Unfortunately. Would be nice if that goes away eventually. Or maybe you can disable the little tutorial pop-ups. It's gonna be extremely close. We're gonna be either under like a minute or two, or just barely in by like a minute or two. This depends on traffic and how difficult the road's gonna be on the way in. Hopefully if it's just like this, it's not too super terrible. Of course, and our guys is gonna yawn and really throw us off, so that's not any better either. And that's probably gonna be our biggest obstacle, is our dude yawning in the middle of turns like you just did. I mean, come on. Stay awake, man. You have like 10 miles to go. Really not that difficult. We are smashing here. Where are we, on the left side? Well, we're literally gonna make it there like right at the time. Whoa, barely at like 0. And that only worked because we gunned it. Which way does it want me to go? Okay, it wants me to go in head first. Wow, we couldn't have been any more on time. Like, that's just nuts. Literally no time remaining. Wow. Could not plan that any better. Especially with our dude just constantly being annoying with his yawning. And now we hold left on the left analog stick to drop it. Alright, supports are down. Get rid of the cables. That's also another thing I wish maybe we had more control over. Like the snapping of the camera angle on these. I like doing this every time, but I really wish the camera just didn't autofocus back. Like, see? Like it does there. Alright, where's our homeboy? Where is... He's probably over here. Where's our manager? Alright, so arrival time. 9 hours, 50 minutes, 100% cargo. Parking precision 5. Yeah, difficulty easy. I mean, we're starting out. We're still class, what, A? Experience 163, 4.5 stars. Not terrible. So that kind of gave us half a star. I think we started at 4 stars. We got full payment, no damage. No penalties for arriving late or any of the seasonal stuff. I guess seasonal maybe is weather, like snow and all those hazards and whatnot. Alright, well, we'll probably, I would say fast travel, but for you guys, it'll be the wonderful world of editing. We'll edit to probably the nearest gas station. far drive. It's maybe like 20 miles that we passed. The annoying thing is it's just gonna say the fallen tree there the whole time. Basically until we like back out of the game. I really hope it like rains a little harder, just so you can kind of see how the rain looks in this game. I think it does a really good job. All right, where is it? It's over here. I think it's that feed depot looking thing. Certainly not on the left. I think it's that building. Oh, no, it's the one next to it. It's that one. Oh, the roads look wet over here. Looks like it's rained here before. We're gonna be jerk and probably take like 5 parking spots. All right, we'll get out here and we'll cruise the shop. I mean, the downside is they have all these doors, but I think the only doors that work are the ones in the front. Which it's fine. I'm happy that you kind of can RP these things. It would be nice if you could lessen the impact of them. And there's jobs if you need a job. Your counter actually has things. Doesn't have anything new per se. It does have a lot of things that you can find on the shelves. Like if you go to the tool aisle, you're gonna find a lot of these things on like the short rack. Painkillers might be the only thing that's exclusive to the front door or the front desk. And this person, hello pale lady, oh, with gray eyebrows and kind of pinkish blonde hair. Here's where you could get your sodies, get coffee if you want. I'm not sure if you get any sort of boost. Here you get your snacks or whatever to kind of regain your health. And these are uncooked, so they're microwavable. So you can just plop them in your microwave. And they do tell you quickly microwaved, so it's nice. Pizzas seem a little expensive. Maybe they are $20. I thought they were $14. We'll get some mac and cheese. We'll get some breakfast. We'll actually eat one because I already did pizza. We'll eat that. Pizza does a really good job at your health. A little more than the other ones. So here, about the same things. Like it's not really gonna overturn a lot. Turkey and gravy, that's something I haven't seen. Meatloaf, that's a new one. I have been starting to see enchiladas and fried chicken tenders. A lot of them I usually see are like pizza and breakfast combo. So, and instant soup. But, and then I have been seeing a couple of the mac and cheese. Meatloaf and turkey and gravy are first time right now seeing it. I've seen Salisbury steak. And not just in Fallout. Crab legs, yes. I've seen salmon, yes. These are your fish. And because it looked like there was a lot more room, you might actually see more. I wonder if you go to more of like the docks. I wonder if you have more seafood product. And here you could also get milk and orange juice, almond milk, energy drink. So see, it does same thing with I think coffee, and chocolate bars also have that thing too, where it gives you some energy, but might give you a headache. Here's your gear, like your tool stuff. Thinking about your chainsaws, your tire chains, truck batteries, wipers in case you got damaged wipers, air filter, scraper, a radiator cover. Some of these things you already get by default. Like I think you have your tire chains and your radiator cover. You have those. And you might have a spare truck battery. I purchased a toolkit. Have not got a scraper yet. Don't need it. Not until the winter. Linen cloth. Haven't really spilled anything. Don't really know how useful that's going to be. Chainsaw, 100% useful. And you can't really use it until you get the perk. Perk meaning in your a trucker. This guy. Once you kind of unlock that ability, then you can actually do it. I think if you buy chainsaw beforehand, won't be able to do anything with it. Let's see if he has anything good. Nothing. That's not good enough for me. Well, it looks like that was a short rain because they're already gone. Didn't have to turn our wipers on at all. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this really lengthy of an episode. Probably gonna have to figure out how to cut it down. Yeah, this area is very lush. Has a lot of color. Has a lot of color in terms of like Alaska. I don't expect a whole lot of bright colors, but I would be awesome if they did have a couple areas that had a lot of bright colors. So anyways, I hope you had fun. I hope this kind of gave you a good little sample of what this game brings to the table compared to American Truck Simulator, Truck Driver. If we want to go back in time, 18-wheeler, those older GameCube, Dreamcast games. But I hope you had fun. I had fun showing it. I am extremely shocked that I didn't like flip the trailer, didn't actually cause any damage to the trailer. I'm actually getting better in that sense where we're not getting like 98% or 99% deliveries, because they still, man, they will take like a good chunk from your pay, which is very stingy for all the grief that you have to put up delivering it. Thank you to Road Studio and Green Man Gaming Publishing for the game code. All right, guys, we'll catch you in the next one. Later.